Today's episode of the Braathe 3 will answer three questions. One about the best startup resources. The second one is about how to manage people older than you. And the third one is how to maintain clientele after they've maybe moved on to another company. So the first question, and all of these were from Anthony, one of my interns. What are some of the best startup resources available? And I will point out a couple I like to use. Kabbage, Kabbage, a great resource for getting short-term capital. I've used their website a number of times during slow periods or when I need a quick infusion of cash. Basecamp for managing projects as they come up and kind of task managing things as they go along. And brand ambassadors. This last one I think is the most important. We all think we represent ourselves and our brands well, but I think it's important for you to have people go out and talk about what you do and meet people for you so you can spend your valuable time on the things that you can do best. And sometimes companies and startups make the mistake of thinking they've got to be the brand when somebody else might be better off representing them in public. Older employees. I get this question a lot. What if you're a young manager and how do you manage older employees? Well, you've got to manage to the individual. If I could pass a law, I would ban labels on people. Older, younger, all the things that haven't been banned yet that are labels that we put on people, because you've got to manage to the individual. Everybody has their own quirks, their own internal and external motivators, and we've got to do a good job of identifying those. And where I've found the most success in my career is managing people to that individual basis, and they respect it a lot more. And nobody recognizes that I'm older, younger, etc. Similarly, I think, I don't like people that say things about people that have tattoos or their hair is different. I remember getting a hard time years ago by somebody because they said my hair was too short, and meanwhile this person was bald. It was unreal. I think he was just upset that I could grow hair and he couldn't. So I've never been one of those kind of people to discriminate against somebody because of their hair color, or their hairstyle, or their tattoos. Now, then again, I had somebody I met who had a swear word tattooed across their throat and was wondering why they couldn't find jobs. And that's an exception to the rule that I just mentioned. And the third question this week was around maintaining clientele or keeping in touch with clientele after they've gone on to a competitor. And ironically, this morning when I was meeting with somebody, they talked about a story where they lost out to a competitor because their company was, quote, smaller. And I've seen that too. You aren't blank, or you don't have the delivery system or the amount of staff. And those are objections you've got to overcome. And even after you lose out on the client, it's important to keep that relationship going, because maybe they end up being dissatisfied with the person they ended up choosing and may want to come back to you for doing future work. So sometimes the best answer you can get from an organization is no, because that could lead to a yes later on. For more on topics like this, I'd love to schedule a free 15-minute phone call with you. You can reach out to me at meetme.so/Robert Braathe. You can also visit our website at braatheenterprises.com.